Hello students, in this session I will be revising regarding the nursing reports. So what are nursing reports? Nursing reports are the summarization of the services given by a nurse, and that can be compiled either daily or weekly or monthly, quarterly or annually. So in any form or in any time we can able to compile the services which is rendered by a nurse or by an agency in all the aspects of the care, and that will be like either the daily case regarding the daily workload or your complete service load in a week time or in a monthly period or in a 3 months time period, that is quarterly or annually. When you are reporting it, that is known as report. What is the importance of reports? Always the good reports, they will avoid the duplication of your work, and they will eliminate the need for the investigations. If we want to learn regarding any facts in a particular situation, we can just go through the report which is done by a nurse, so that we will be studying regarding the complete situation, or any person will be knowing regarding the complete situation. The second one, the full reports often save any ignorance of the situation. So in anything, any situation or any incident, it will be completely written, and that is known as a report. So that we will be knowing, somebody who is reading that report will come to know what is the exact fact or exact situation. The third one is that patient will be receiving a better care through the reports, because all the data is required for the care, it is there in the report. So the patient will be receiving the better care from anybody. Complete report gives us a sense of security, so that all the factors in a particular situation it is known. And also, for maintaining a ward or for the management of a particular ward, we need the reports, because reports, whenever it is written daily, it is from one shift to the another shift, so it is needed. What are the criteria for a good report? So moving on to the criteria, reports, they should be made very promptly, very clearly, complete and concise. Okay, so whenever you're writing a report, it should be clear, complete and concise. Always it should have the identification data, which includes the date, the time, related to which person you are writing the report, what is the exact situation, and who is making the report. That person's name and signature should also be there in the report. Okay, so whenever you're writing the report, all the relevant data you have to write regarding any person to whom which it is concerned, and the situation should be completed recordly. And the next one is that you have to, after writing the report, your name and signature should be there along with the date and the time. Next one, it should be clearly stated, clearly and concisely stated, and also it should be well organized, so that when one is reading the report, they will be clearly understanding it. No extra material or extra sentences or anything from your hand should not be included in the report, as it is you want to mention it. And if you are giving an oral report, it should be clearly expressed. You should emphasize or you should stress on the important points, and you have to present it in an interesting manner. Okay, so this is the criteria for a good report. So good report, that should be clear, complete and concise. All the identification data related to the people to whom it is concerned and related to the one who is writing the report should also be there. Next one, it should be well organized and clearly stated. No extra material should be added in a report. If you're giving an oral report, that should be in a presentable manner. Coming to the types of the reports, there are many reports. The first one, it is oral report. So what is oral report? For the immediate purpose, immediately if you want to give some information related to any client. So that time what we'll be doing, you will be orally reporting them. For example, some care if you want to give to a client, you will be assigning that care to somebody. So how you are telling, you will be orally reporting those, that patient requires a special type of care. So another nurse has to do it. Sometimes in the relieving time from one nurse to another nurse, if sometimes they will be giving the oral reports, but otherwise usually shift changes time or interdepartmental reports, they will be in the written report. So what are the written reports? In writing, each personnel will be giving a permanent record or a permanent value related to the situation, events and conditions, what has happened in a particular department or in a particular shift time period. They will be writing it and giving, that is known as written report. Okay. So oral report, it is a temporary one, and a written report, it is a permanent one. So oral report, orally when you're reporting it, that is oral report. Written, you will be writing it, a permanent record, and then you will be exchanging it. Like it can be an interdepartmental report, or it can be a day report or night report or shift reports. What are the reports used in the hospital setting? Change of shift report or 24 hours report. So in this type of report, all the essential information related to a client, that is the name, age, sex, diagnosis, medical history, everything, the routine procedure, what you have done, everything, it will be there in the shift report or in the 24 hours report. Also, you will be reporting what are the nursing diagnoses you have made related to any health problems, and what are all the nursing actions you have done in that. Also, you will be writing related to any health problems which was observed by you. If there is any stress or if there is any change in the client status, that also you will be writing in the 24 hours report or in the change of shift report. Okay. So change of shift report, it will be giving you the complete information related to a client, that is name, age, sex, diagnosis, all the medical history. You will be reporting related to the nursing diagnosis and the nursing actions. Also, you will be reporting related to any changes which you have observed in the health problems of a client or in the behavior of a client. Then also in the shift report, you will be writing the instructions related to the health education you have done. Then you can able to write a review regarding the discharge plan. Also, you will be writing related to the information which is shared by the family members in the shift report. So this is an example, or this is the format for the shift report. So here you will be writing the name, the bed number, name and age of the client. What is the diagnosis in the morning shift? See, suppose if you are in the morning shift, you can able to write here. Here in this column, you will be writing the morning shift report. Afternoon shift report or evening shift report will be writing here. Night shift report will be writing in this column. So that register, the report register, you will be handing over from one shift to the another shift. And the end of the day, you can write what is the final census in your ward, and you have to put your signature here. So this is the sample for change of shift report or 24 hours report. Next is the transfer report. So another type of report which is used in the hospital is transfer report. If you want to send or transfer a patient from one unit to the another unit, you will be writing all the information related, or you will be involving all the communication related to that particular client whenever that client was there with you. So that includes again the client's name, age, who was the primary doctor and what was the medical diagnosis, summary of the progress report in your ward that you will be writing at the time of the transfer. What is the current health status, that is what is the physical status and the psychosocial status of the client. Current nursing diagnosis, the problems and the care plan you will be including in the transfer report. And assessment or intervention to be completed shortly, that should be writing. And if the client requires any special equipment, that also you should be reporting in the transfer report. Okay, so transfer report means whenever the client want to transfer from one unit to the another unit, the previous unit nurse will be writing the transfer report and it will be hand over to the receiving unit nurse. That is transfer report. Next is incident report. Incident report means if any incidents happened to a client, and that will be writing, you will be getting the subjective data from the client, and you will be, or if you are witnessing that particular incident at that time, whenever an incident is happening, you are there, you are witnessing the incident, and you will be writing the report of that incident. It is called as incident report. Okay, sometimes if the patient know if any serious illness is there, or if the client is going through any serious issue, so at that time you will be writing the complete situation related to that in a concise manner. You will be using the objective terms, and you will be explaining the cause of incidents. You should not interrupt in that. You will be writing the complete incidents, and then the incident report can be handed over. But one thing is there, you cannot able to make the photocopy of the incident report. Always the incident report should be an original one. So incident report means nothing but whenever an incident is happening in a particular ward, if the nurse is witnessing or observing it, in her own words, she is writing the report related to that particular incident. It is known as incident report. Next is census report. So census report means you are compiling the number of patients who were admitted in a particular ward. So in that report, you will be writing how many patients are admitted in a particular ward, what is the number of admissions taken, how many patients have discharged, how many patients have transferred, what is the birth rate or death rate in the particular ward. So birth rate you will be writing if you are in a maternity ward. Otherwise, you have to follow the death register. And a single mistake in the census figure, it will be the entire hospital will be incorrect. So always you should be cautious that whenever you are writing the census report, all the facts or the number should be exact. Otherwise, a single mistake in your ward or in your census report, that will affect the entire institutional report. So census report, here you will be explaining how many number of patients are there, how many number of admissions are there in a particular day, how many number of discharges, how many transferred, and what is the death rate. Next is birth and death report. So birth and death report is also the responsibility of a nurse to write the report. That is, it should include the exact date, time, and if death report, if you're writing, the cause of the death should also be mentioned. Next is anecdotal report. Anecdotal report means some incidents you will be writing in the incident report, and then you will be compiling all the incident report, accident, mistakes, complaint, everything which are legal in a nature, and a written record is there related to some observation about a person or about her work, that is known as anecdotal report. So whenever you are writing a brief account of any incident related to a person or about the work of a person, that is known as anecdotal report. So if you want to write an accident report, see, this is the sample. Here the name of the patient, age, address, bed number, ward number, then the date and time of the accident. In short, you can able to write the description of the accident. What are the safety precautions you are taking? What is the condition of the patient before and after the accident? What is the doctor's examination finding? If treatment is ordered, what is the treatment? If any witness is there to the accident, that person's information should be included. Then the signature of the doctor, signature of the nurse, unit, and the date of the report should be mentioned. Coming to how to write a better report. So always a better report should be written very clearly, and it should be clearly understandable to anyone who is reading it. Report should not be a biased one, and it should always be a worthy one. Conciseness, accuracy, and completeness are essential to the good reports. Always see that you are writing it in a concise manner and in a complete manner. So always write several report than one report, so that you will be getting a more than one main subject is there. It is better to write several reports. Next one, always you should use terminology which is a technical terminology. Simple terminology, specific terms can be used. You should always avoid the general words. Always see a meaningful term you should use rather than the phrases. See that in good handwriting you are writing it, otherwise you can go for a printable one. Always you should use good sentences and paragraphs. You should avoid margins. Whenever you are writing, avoid writing in the margins. You have to check the spellings properly. Avoid the abbreviations, which is a non-standard one. Use correct pronoun. Don't forget the punctuations wherever it is necessary. Be neatly writing. And write the report in a conversational manner. How you are conversing with others, like that manner you have to write the report. You should always put date in the report. And if the report is typed by someone, before you are signing it, you have to check it 2 or 3 times, then only you should sign it. So, how to write a better report? It should be clear, accurate, and complete one. Whenever you are writing something, that you should use common terms or standard terms and abbreviations. You should write in a good handwriting. Use good sentences and paragraphs. See that you are not writing in a margin. Use a single meaningful term rather than the phrases. Do the punctuation correctly. Use the correct pronouns. Then it should be written very clearly. Write the report in a conversational manner. Date the report, and before you are signing the report, you have to read the report and then you have to sign it. What is the nurse's responsibility for record keeping and reporting? The patient has the right to inspect and the copy of the record after being discharged. But usually nowadays we are not giving it. It is kept in the hospital only. Then failure to record any significant patient information, that will shows the negligence of the nurse. Medical record, it should be accurate to provide all the basis for the care planning. Errors, that should be corrected promptly, and no doubt should be left. If anything is there, that has to be cleared it. In reporting the information of criminal acts, you should get all the relevant information and then you have to note it down. What are the other responsibilities? Always see that you are writing the factual information. So fact, objective information you can write, but get the adequate subjective information, and then you can able to write the objective information after the complete observation. Second one, accuracy. The client record should be reliable. All the information should be accurate, so that the health team members should have the confidence to do anything. Completely you have to report each and everything. Concisely you want to write, but see that if you're writing concisely, all the relevant information should be given so that we can able to complete the record. Correctness. So related to anything, then and there you want to write the report or record it, so that a late entry, sometimes in late entry we may forget something. So in order to avoid that, currentness is very necessary. Then and there you have to record and report all the incidents. Organize it in such a way that if anybody is reading it, they will be understanding it very easily. So a logical format should always be done. And always see that confidentially you are mentioning or you are writing the records and the reports. All the matters which are legally and ethically considered, it should be kept in the confidence. So that is the nurse's responsibility while handling the records. So fact, all the factual information should be included. Accurately you have to write, complete information should be there, or write it then and there. Organize the matter in a proper way or in a logical way. Confidentiality you have to maintain. So in the last two sessions, we were dealing about how to write the records and the report. So in this session, I have explained regarding what is reports, what are the types of the reports and how to write the report, and what is the nurse's responsibility in writing the report. I hope you all have understood the session. Thank you, students.